Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Welcome to another episode of Car Rides with Cody. I hope you guys are doing great today. Today I want to talk to you guys about a certain example set by a certain centurion. So, let's turn to Luke chapter 7, verses 1 through 10, and see what kind of good example he sets. He sets 3 good examples. So, chapter 7 verse 1 starts, "After he had finished all his sayings in the hearing of the people, he entered Capernaum. Now a centurion had a servant who was sick and at the point of death, who was highly valued by him. When the centurion heard about Jesus, he sent to him elders of the Jews, asking him to come and heal his servant. And when they came to Jesus, they pleaded with him earnestly, saying, 'He is worthy to have you do this for him, for he loves our nation, and he is the one who built us our synagogue.' And Jesus went with them. When he was not far from the house, the centurion sent friends, saying to him, 'Lord, do not trouble yourself, for I am not worthy to have you come under my roof. Therefore I did not presume to come to you. But say the word, and let my servant be healed. For I too am a man set under authority, with soldiers under me, and I say to one, go, and he goes, and to another, come, and he comes, and to my servant, do this, and he does it.' When Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him, and turning to the crowd that followed him, said, 'I tell you, not even in Israel have I found such faith.' And when those who had been sent returned to the house, they found the servant well." So the centurion shows 3 good examples of what we ought to be doing. The first one is he shows faith. Actually, that's not the first one, but we'll start there. He shows faith. He shows faith when he sends his the Jewish elders out to get Jesus, and he shows faith when he says that he knows Jesus would just be able to heal his servant by saying a word. And on that sending the elders out, he reached out to Jesus. So that's our second good example, is he reaches out to Jesus. A lot of times we forget that this is something we have to do. We have to make an effort to have a relationship with Jesus and to reach out to Jesus. Yes, he knows what we want. He knows what we need. But we also need to take that step of faith and that reaching out to Jesus ourselves. The third good example is he humbled himself. I cannot stress this enough. The Roman centurion was essentially a general. He was over soldiers. He had servants. He was kind of pretty high up in the social standing. And for a Roman centurion who had conquered the Jewish people, to humble himself to Jesus, who was a Jewish man, was, in a social aspect, extremely humbling. It was unheard of, pretty much, for a Roman centurion to humble himself to a Jewish man. The Jewish people were essentially servants to the Romans. So that's our 3 good examples. Reach out to Jesus. The first thing he did, right when the chapter started, he reached out to Jesus. He had a problem. He didn't know how to fix it. And so he sought Jesus out. The second thing is he humbled himself before the Lord. He knew that Jesus could fix the problem. He knew that Jesus was the Son of God and therefore higher than him, and so he humbled himself. And he had faith. He had faith that his servant would be healed if Jesus would just speak the word. And Jesus even said in, I think, verse 9, but in one of the last 3 verses, he commented that he was almost surprised by the man's faith, how much faith this man had. And he wasn't even one of the Jewish people. He was essentially a Gentile. So, again, 3 good examples. The Roman centurion. Please feel free to read through these verses yourself, and and always be looking for the good examples that are in the Bible. With that being said, have a good day. Prayer requests I didn't ask in the beginning, but if you have any, please let me know what they are. I'd love to be praying for you guys, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day.